Hello, everyone. There's certainly some stories that are worth telling, and this is one of them. A story of a woman who showed resilience and belief in a case of little hope. We got a phone call on a Tuesday night about 10 p.m. about a 45-year-old woman in Enugu who had had a wake-up stroke at about 4:30 a.m. that morning. She had completely lost the use of her left arm and her left leg with slurring of her speech. A CT scan had been done in Enugu about 1:30 p.m. that afternoon and sent to us. This showed no evidence of a large stroke, suspicion of a blocked blood vessel within the brain. Following review, that had already been about 18 hours since the stroke. I must admit, I had no optimism. I told the family, unless you could get to Lagos immediately via an air ambulance, there was really no hope of doing anything. I was very clear. A flight tomorrow morning was not an option as it would be too late. Well, I woke up about 7:30 a.m. the next morning to a phone call. We're nearly in Lagos, Doc. They are driven overnight all the way from Enugu to Lagos. At least, Doc, do the test and confirm there's really nothing to do. Well, it was about 11:45 a.m. by the time they made it to the hospital. And now it was nearly 32 hours since her symptoms began. And at this point, she was completely paralyzed on the left side.
How about the arm? Raise the arm. How about the leg? This leg. This arm.
Well, we did a CT scan and a CT angiogram of the brain, and what do you know? There was hope. There was enough brain left to salvage. We sprung into action and went into the artery in the groin, and went into the brain with a catheter to do a procedure called a mechanical thrombectomy, which is a procedure done to remove clot from a blocked blood vessel within the brain. We successfully removed that clot. And by the next morning, she went from left-sided paralysis to moving the left side of her body and on the way to recovery, and doing even much better now with rehabilitation.
Move this leg now. Okay, how about the hand? Okay.
The most amazing part of this story is the resilience both she and her family showed driving through the night from Enugu to Lagos. Note, in most cases, we cannot offer a procedure or treat a patient with a stroke when it's been over 12 hours, and in some cases up to 24 hours. In this case, we extended the window to 32 hours and changed the trajectory of a 45-year-old woman who would have lived a life of left-sided paralysis and an inability to walk. It is critically important that we recognize the symptoms of a stroke early and seek care at a comprehensive stroke center as soon as possible, as time is brain. Brain cells are rapidly lost every minute, leading to irreversible damage when nothing is done early. You need to understand that treatment options do exist to treat a stroke and reverse brain damage if it presents early enough. To learn more about the symptoms of a stroke and treatment options, visit the Lagos Center for Endovascular Neurosurgery page at ir.nigeria.org.
Of the working fine, a very good improvement. I'm really impressed. I have joy in my heart seeing her even making this step. So though the physio have not given a go ahead, but out of her stubbornness, she's still doing that. But that's where we are now. We praise God. Thank you all.